Good morning, or I should say, buenos dias, Cougars. This is Mr. Martinez with the morning announcements. Good morning, Nathan. Welcome back.
Hi.
Good morning,
Good
Jake.
morning.
Morning.
All right, happy Cinco de Mayo to both of you. Jake, you ready for the flag salute?
Yeah,
There
I
you
think
go.
so.
Let me see if I can find it. And there you go.
Place your right hand over your heart and begin. I pledge
Allegiance
to
to
the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you there, fellas. Good morning to everybody. Buenos dias. Like I said earlier, today is Cinco de Mayo, a great day when we recognize our neighbors to the south. Many people are confused with what Cinco de Mayo means. Some people think it's like our 4th of July, like it's an Independence Day. So what does it actually mean? On the morning of May 5th, or Cinco de Mayo, in 1862, 6,000 French troops invaded a little city called Heroica, or Puebla de Zaragoza. I can't say the name of the little town, but it's Heroica, Heroica, Puebla de Zaragoza. And they tried to bring it under French rule. The Mexican soldiers were outnumbered, but they fiercely fought back. And by the early evening, the French had retreated. So the Mexican army had won that battle. So great moment of pride for the Mexican people. Today, the people of Puebla, Mexico, observe this holiday, Cinco de Mayo, to celebrate this great victory. The holiday is also widely celebrated here in the United States. I'm sure you've seen, actually, in other years when we are out and about, you see a lot more celebration. But you'll hear about Cinco de Mayo for the rest of your lives in the United States, because it is a big day when we celebrate the Mexican culture here in our country. Fellas, tell me, what's your favorite thing about Mexico? Jake, let's start with you. What's your favorite thing about Mexico?
Well, I'd say I love the food.
Ooh.
The food's the best.
So what
Yeah.
what type of Mexican food particularly?
Well, I like tacos, quesadillas,
Okay.
and I like because they've got like spicy, like spices, so I like that too.
Yeah, I love the spice. Nathan, what about
Yeah.
you? What do you like about Mexico?
I also I'd say my favorite enchiladas. Trying to think of the name of it.
Okay. Do you like guacamole, Nathan?
And there was one more. Yeah.
All right. Well, that sounds that you got plenty there. Lots to choose from if you do some Mexican food tonight or later this week for sure. Boys and girls, we've got something super exciting to share with you this morning. We received a letter from Australia. Now, you might remember that. Remind everybody, Jake, what did we do related to Australia?
We were selling the Valentine grams, and the money was going to the wildfires and the koalas in Australia.
That's right. If you remember, it was right after those fires, and there were a lot of koala bears that were in danger. The money that we made off of Valentine Graham sale went to Australia. We've got a letter, and we would like to read that to you now. This is coming to you from Australia. Jake, you started off.
All right. From everyone here at World Wildlife Fund, WWF, Australia, please accept our sincere thanks for your wonderful recent support in making 2 koala adoptions. Your donations will be in part spent partnering. Oh, that's you. Sorry.
Keep going. Finish it.
All right. Your donations will be in part spent partnering with wildlife response organizations, communities, and scientists across Australia. For a swift and effective response, and recovery of many affected areas. This will include restoring forest and damaged wildlife habitat, stopping deforestation, and indigenous and rural fire management. We'll also be looking at Future Proof Australia, by driving innovative solutions to help mitigate climate change.
Yeah, they say through partnering with several on-the-ground organizations, your donations, boys and girls, will be spent caring for injured koalas, rehabilitating them to one day be released back into the wild, as well as planting trees in the precious koala corridor. We've also been involved with food drops to help provide food for animals in bushfire devastated areas. Go ahead and finish that for us there, Jake.
All right. There is still plenty of work to be done, and we will keep you updated about how your donations are helping with our campaigns. We try to get these updates emailed about 3 times a year, so keep an eye out.
Okay, and I've just put up on the screen, everybody. This is the official certificate. It says WWF World Wildlife Fund would like to thank Carpenter Community Charter Student Council for your koala adoption. So congratulations, everybody. That is awesome work. Everybody participated in that, and we have a lot to be proud of there. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Today is Tuesday. Nathan's been into the virtual comment box, and he has a bunch of things he'd like to share. Take it away there, Nathan.
Okay, here's a shout out. Shout out to Miss Chung. I miss being in her class and seeing all my friends, but she has made it the best online, and that's from Kimberly in room 1.
Very good. Shout out to Miss Jung.
Okay, here's a joke. Why does a duck have tail feathers?
Why does a duck have tail feathers? Jake?
I don't know. Why does a duck have tail feathers?
To cover its butt crack.
Oh,
That's from Asher in room 17.
okay. Thank you, Azure, in room 17 for that one. Nice duck joke. Next.
This is a shout out. I want to give a shout out to Ms. Fitzgerald for being the best teacher ever, and that's from an anonymous student.
An anonymous student. Shout out to Miss Fitzgerald. Awesome.
Okay, here is a question. Have we ever had a girl president at our school? If not, why? That's from Clementine in room 43.
So Clementine, that's a great question. I would say, this is my 11th year at Carpenter, and I would say probably out of the 11 years, at least 5 of those presidents were all females, were all girls. So it just—
I think the last 2 were.
Say it again, Jake.
I think the last 2 were female presidents.
Yeah, so we've had a bunch of girl presidents, and it's really just comes down to who votes for who. Who knows, Clementine, once you're in 3rd, 4th, 5th grade, you might run for student council, and you might be doing the morning announcements with me as our president. So we'll see. All right, next up.
Okay. How can we enroll my son in kindergarten for fall 2020? That's from an anonymous chair.
So any parent that wants to enroll for next year, all they have to do is go to our website. We have a little button that says enrolling at Carpenter. And when they click on that button, it gives them all the directions. We actually have already emailed out all of our enrollment packets. So if any parent is watching this and they haven't received one, send me an email if you have already signed up on our website.
Okay. Here is a shout out. Shout out to Miss Johnson for her fun Zoom lessons. That's from Skylar in room 15.
Well done, Skylar, in room 15, giving a shout out to Ms. Thompson. Perfect.
Okay, here's another shout out. Big shout out to all the students from room 2, Mrs. Lay's class and kinder class, and you were all awesome. That's from Dylan in room 2.
Thank you, Dylan, giving a shout out to his entire class and Mrs. Lay's class. Nice job.
Here's a shout out. I would like to give a shout out to everyone in room 25 for being strong and my amazing teacher, Ms. Resnick, Chloe in room 25.
Well, we've had a lot of shout outs today, huh? Thank you, boys and girls, for doing those shout outs. Chloe, that is awesome for you to recognize Mr. Resnick. Thank you, Nathan, for pulling those out of the virtual comment box. Are you guys ready for the words of wisdom?
Yeah.
Now, I think I've got a visual. Let me put the picture up on the screen for our words of wisdom so everybody can look at that. And then, guys, you ready? And now
Yep.
for the words of wisdom. Boys and girls, have you ever heard the story of the crow and the pitcher? You got a picture up on your screen right now. Well, one day, a very thirsty crow found a big pitcher of water with just a little bit of water at the bottom. The problem was that when the crow stood on the pitcher and tried to reach down to the water, he couldn't reach the water. He couldn't drink it.
But the crow was a very smart crow. He started picking up pebbles off the ground. One by one, he dropped them into the pitcher. With each pebble he dropped into the pitcher, the water began to rise higher and higher. At last, the thirsty crow could reach the water and take a big gulp.
What's the moral of the story? When you have a job to do, sometimes you have to do it one pebble at a time, little by little, step by step, until finally the job is done.
Boys and girls, with something to think about. This is Mr. Martinez. And
Nathan.
And Jake.
make it a great day.
Or
Or not.
The choice is yours. Boys and girls, happy Cinco de Mayo if you are observing it. A special day in the Martinez house. My father's actually from Mexico. My father was from the city of Guadalajara. So I'm sure that we're going to be doing some observances in the Martinez house here today. What about you guys? You have a big day of school today?
yeah, same as always. Yeah.
All right. Well, attack it. Do like that crow. One pebble at a time, Nathan. One pebble at a time today, okay? All right. You guys have a great Cinco de Mayo, and I'll see you tomorrow.